and Emma Kershaw from the band Woman, and the girls are here to talk about their debut album, which is called Womanville, which is to be released on the 14th of October, and we're also going to be hearing 2 tracks from the album. Now, we just have to say that Gina's not here today.
No, she's not.
You didn't say that very
Unless she's in the car.
Well, she could be one of the bags you just
Yeah,
brought
no,
us to.
unfortunately she's not.
Well, she would fit in one of those bags.
She probably would do, yeah.
But she sends love and kisses.
Yes, she did send me love and kisses on the end.
Probably eating her brunch, to be honest.
Now, I have to say, looking at the website, go and check out the website. We've mentioned it all morning, all the W's, womantheband.com. It's fantastic because you've got such amazing voices. It's always good to have people that can actually sing. And you've got great voices and an amazing stage set as well. We'll talk about it a little bit more. Before we talk about the album, you're all accomplished performers in your own right. So tell us about how you got started off in the business.
I went to theatre school when I was 9. Primarily, my sister Gina wanted to go to Fame, the TV show had just come out,
Yeah.
right? And so all the kids our age group, other than myself, suddenly got really interested in the arts, and Gina wanted to go to stage school. And I suddenly had this feeling of, if you take her away from me at school, I'm on my own. So I decided I want to go to stage school. And that's the only reason that I went,
Right.
was because I didn't want to not be with her.
Yeah.
So we ended up going to theatre school in Maidenhead,
Yeah.
in Berkshire, Redrew's Theatre School, which is where we trained. And when we were about 12, we moved to London, and I went to Sylvia Eagles.
Oh, right.
So from there, I did sort of little kids tours and school tours, and the stuff where you learn your job.
Yeah.
And did my first show playing Dusty Springfield and Patsy Cline when I was 20 for Bill Kenwright.
Yeah.
And that was it. Just did musicals from there on.
Excellent. And what about you?
Well, I never really admitted that I want to be a performer in that way. I started as a classical violinist,
Yeah.
really. That was the only thing I could do. Couldn't get a proper job, and so I carried on with the music, and I got into music college, and I turned up on the first day, and I thought, oh, this isn't for me. These people practice 5 hours a day in a room by themselves,
Yeah.
and I want to go out and have fun.
Yeah.
So I left, and then I started just singing for, backing vocals for people for nothing, and I carried on studying and all of that, but finally went into the theatre. I did loads of actor musician shows, loved that, and then
Funny enough, we met doing Fame the Musical.
I was going to ask you actually.
Yeah,
when you got together.
we've
Did
all
you
done Fame the Musical.
We've
Right.
all done it at one time or another. Obviously, I'm related to Gina.
Yeah.
We're sisters, so
Yeah.
I've known her quite a while, and rather well as well. Emma and I were both in Fame the Musical in the West End, which is where we met. And then you worked with Gina, didn't you? Doing another
we did
job.
various sessions and things, and then we were doing backing vocals for George Michael, and I think you were looking, weren't you?
Well, I'd been asked to do this gig at the Savoy,
Yeah.
which I didn't want to do on my own because it was for breast cancer, and one of my friends had just been diagnosed, and I thought, I can't really stand up there and sing a ballad. It was too much.
Yeah.
So I said to Gina, I've had this idea, let's do I'm a Woman, the Etta James song from Smokey Joe's Cafe, and we'll take a verse each, but we need another girl because there's 3 verses.
Yeah.
Who can we have? And Gina said, well, I'm working with Emma Kershaw tonight. We're working with George Michael. I said, how does she look these days? She went,
Take a picture.
She looks really hot. And I went, take a picture. She said it to me, I went, she's in.
I'm in the toilet, and Gina comes in and goes, oh, let's take a picture. I go, okay. And then, so went back to Maz, and Maz
I
phoned
was
me up.
just checking that you were still hot.
Oh,
You are.
They're
Lovely,
both very
lovely
hot.
you.
Don't worry, Bob's filming in the background. He's shaking.
So that was how we kind of got together. She phoned me up and
So,
said,
yeah, we did
you're
it.
coming into the band. And I said, well, I've got a tour coming up. Well, you can't do that. You can't
Yeah.
do that. You're in the band. All right, then.
So we did the gig. Well, it wasn't a band then. We just did the gig.
That's true.
And then the next day, it was a band.
Now, you've worked with, as you said, George Michael, Brian May, Shaka Khan. You've worked with loads and loads of people. So, who would you say? Who's been the most, the most sort of inspirational person you've worked with, or you've backed?
Bobby
and so on?
Davro.
Don't mention Bobby.
I've told you about that. Who's the most inspirational? I did the most phenomenal gig with Iron Maiden. That was pretty awesome. I
Yeah.
was blown away with how good they smell. Yeah. She looked at these rockers with long hair,
Yeah.
You think they have
and you
that
just
bar?
think, and they just were all smell of Pantene.
Oh, lovely.
And it was amazing. It was such a surprise. So that was pretty. I found them really impressive.
I don't know. The nicest person I've ever worked with was Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was absolutely lovely, and I didn't think she came across particularly well, in her interviews. I mean, she's very American, but I worked with her all day and all evening, and she was absolutely really good fun, like really childlike, and
She's French Canadian, listeners, but okay, I'll go with American.
Yeah.
well, you know.
She's wonderful. I saw her in Las Vegas and she forgot the words 3 times, and it was wonderful to see somebody,
Yeah.
A, that you then knew it was alive,
Yeah.
B, that you know has the same fear that you do,
Yeah.
and the way she did it was just amazing. It was brilliant. She asked the audience to help her out. She said, oh no, oh, what is next?
She doesn't speak like she's Borat. She's not Borat.
Oh, listeners, this is becoming a fight. Okay?
We do get on very well.
Now you're not going to be playing live today, which is a shame, but never mind, because you can go and check the website out and see them play live there. But you play ukuleles as well.
We do, yeah.
Because if you've seen the way I've actually typed out ukuleles, it's UKALLLLAIEEES. So I could actually
Yeah, it's
pronounce it
close,
right.
very
It's
close.
very
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
So how did you get around? Have you always played them, or are you just something for this band? That you've
No.
done?
Emma has always been, she's musically trained anyway, she can play everything, read music, read dots, she's brilliant. My sister's very good at piano and sort of similar like that. I really couldn't do anything at all. And my dad was a songwriter in the 60s, and he wrote a lot of his songs on a ukulele because he figured he's got 5 fingers and a ukulele has 4 strings and it can't be that difficult.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll go with that theory, and I had this idea because I've been a big fan of the Dixie Chicks,
Yeah.
and I love that whole sort of Nashville rock kind of thing. So I literally looked it up on the internet, found an amazing Chinese guy that had learnt these Guns N' Roses songs,
Yeah.
and he self-taught myself. Few of the chords I couldn't get, so I called my pal Brian May. And I said, can you help me out with a couple of chords? And he gave me a couple of chords, and I went, cheers, Brian, bye. And,
Don't ring me.
and that was it. And then I videoed myself doing this and sent it to the girls, and I went, learn them, we're doing them. And that was it.
It was, and that
It was, and that was it. And they
The
went,
reason
really?
why we play it is because Maz told us we play it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
now we play it.
So, and then, so that's kind of how it started.
Mm.
But we love it because it just gives a whole new angle, and it brings a sort of femininity to what are really quite hard rocky songs.
Now we're going to hear one of the songs, then we're going to talk about the album, we're going to talk about the gig daters at the O2 as well.
Yes.
But so if you go and check out the website, allthewswomantheband.com, you'll see there's they do a sort of a mixture of loads of songs. It reminds me, as I was saying earlier, it's a bit like the Cause, but a heavier version of the Cause, and that's how good you are, because the Cause live are
Yeah,
phenomenal, and you guys are as well. So we're going to play this one. This track is called Dead Inside. What's the?
This is our single. This was written by Gina. This is an original, one of our own. And this song is about anybody that's in a relationship, work or romantic, that's giving it everything they got and getting nothing back.
That sounds like my life. Here we go. Here's Dead Inside.
Have you come to this since we talked? I was just singing along there.
That was fantastic. That is A Woman with Dead Inside. So that's the first track on the album.
Yeah,
And
that's
we're
our
gonna-
single.
And we're going to be playing another one towards the end of the interview. Now you do obviously the harmonies. Do you ever go? I mean, you can admit it now. Do you ever go out of tune, or are you that in tune with each other that you'll sing something and then everybody just sort of joins in with the right harmonies?
It kind of is, first of all I have to say that Maz and Gina sing unbelievably in tune.
Yeah.
Some people think they've had a
Oh, you do?
Have you got perfect
No.
pitch? Have they got
No, I
perfect
Yes,
haven't.
she has.
No.
Yeah, she has. Sometimes she'll listen to a song on the radio and go, oh, did you hear that note? And I have to pretend I did because I don't see what was wrong with it. And I have to go, yeah, it was really bad. I just
But
think it was
actually,
fine.
it's easier if you're singing in harmony. If one of you's out of tune,
Yeah.
if I'm out of tune, I can tell because I haven't got the right relationship with their notes.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's harder when you're doing something solo.
But
Right,
because you've
it's
always, as you've been doing, you've obviously done lead, but you've done a lot of backing work, and that is really
Yeah.
hard work because you're making
Yeah.
somebody else sound, and it's very
It's
weird.
very good training,
Yeah.
having done backing vocals, blending with other people to coming into a group like this because you have to listen.
Yeah.
It's what it's about.
It's like when you see, I was going to ask you just about shows like X Factor, what your thoughts were, because you get people on there that sort of not bad singers, and they have all the harmonies, all the background vocals, and you say, well, and they've got a great voice, but it's not. It's because it's been lifted up by other people.
I used to do
What
those.
are your-
I used to do
what-
those backing vocals.
Ah, right. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on that?
On the X
Sort of-
Factor.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on shows like that? What do you think? Having it worked all your lives, from being very, very young in sort of stage school and working your way through, what do you think about shows like that?
Just total respect for people that do it because I just would never, ever have the guts to do it.
Yeah.
Never. I really do not want it enough to have to do that, to be
Yeah.
honest. I couldn't deal with the...
Humiliation.
I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
And I just think you're so brave.
Yeah.
And even, look, we audition, and auditions are bad enough, but you can do a really bad audition and walk out and go, yeah, it was all right, they just needed someone that,
Looked
taller.
different to me.
You can lie.
Yeah.
Well, you can't lie on X Factor.
No.
If you're just being completely slated
Mm.
by all the professionals in front of you, I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
You're rubbish. And what I find amazing is, if the panel said to me, you are, just don't see it, I'd be devastated. And I love that go, well, it's not the last you've seen of me. I'd be like, it's the last you've seen of me. You'll never see me again. I'm going to go away now and kill myself quietly in the back of my car. I just think unbelievable chutzpah, to be honest. And if it makes them happy and they feel that that's their only shot at it, then good luck to them. And I know that a lot of pros do it actually,
Yeah.
but very few get through, I think.
Yeah.
What I find really sad is when you've got someone really young. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of them are really young.
Yeah.
And fair enough, they're going up for it, and maybe it's their second time that they're going up for it, and you see them saying, this is my last chance.
Yeah. Oh,
And you
I
just
know.
think, no, no, you could try doing what I did, which was to get involved with loads of different things, just get involved, meet people, keep writing songs, keep doing it, and work hard.
Yeah.
I love
you-
it when they say this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm like, you're 14.
Yeah, how do you know?
Oh, I've tried for so many years. But
Yeah.
14?
I know, it's like they're writing that
I don't even think I woke up until I was 18.
Who would you guys like to work with? If you could work with
Oh,
any famous
gosh.
person. I know you've worked with loads, but who would you?
Singer-wise?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, where do you want me to start? Got a huge vocal crush on, what's his name? Michael Bolton.
Oh, yes, she does.
Oh God, Michael Bolton in a heartbeat. He could sing the phone book to me, Michael Bolton. I don't massively fancy. If he looked like Michael Madsen, absolutely.
He's cut his hair though.
Yeah, it has-
Oh, has he?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He's cut his hair.
things are
No,
changed.
he
It might
just-
smell
he
nice.
just-
Yeah, Michael Bolton for me would be a massive. I'd love that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I think Stevie Wonder is God, but I can't see how it would work with us doing something with Stevie Wonder.
You can do it on your own, Stevie.
Could
Wonder.
I?
Yeah, I'll let you
That's
go.
very good of you. Thank
Yeah, I'll
you.
let you out for the day.
I don't know. There's loads of people. You
Yeah.
know, we
My
get
sister would
excited
say
about.
Dolly Parton.
Oh, she
Gina would
absolutely
want
can.
to just.
She
yeah.
looks a bit like her.
I
That's
think
why.
she'd just actually want to wear her outfits, to be honest.
We all.
Yeah.
I'd like to get in them.
Yeah, she's only got like an 18-inch waist.
Yes,
I think,
yeah.
so really tiny.
Silly now.
And then you're going to be appearing with Billy Ocean at the
Oh,
Indigo
yeah.
Tree on the 31st of
Yoo-hoo!
October.
Yeah.
So is this tying in with the debut album because it's coming out on the 14th?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So,
It's we did his. We were lucky enough to support him on his UK tour this year.
yeah.
He's just absolute gentleman. We were terrified. The first day that we turned up, didn't we?
We walked in and we were
terrified. And they are the coolest bunch of guys and
Yeah.
girls
And
you've
that's why
ever
we-
seen in your life.
And that's
They
why we
look,
were terrified because we
they
just
look like
thought
they're
we
from
are
an
so
American
uncool.
TV show. We just felt so. I was like, Gina, do you have to arrive with a carrier bag everywhere we go? I was like, what are you doing? And we're like just throwing it away, like, hi, cool people.
And we also thought, the audience aren't going to like our music, and we just thought we felt really out of place.
It's a
But
double-edged sword when you're a support, because on the one hand, you don't have the pressure of people aren't there to see you,
Yeah.
right? So on the one hand, it's great because they are expected, they're a bit like, oh, really? I want Billy Ocean. So anyone that likes you or is entertained is a bonus.
Yeah.
But obviously the flip side is that you are walking on stage to people going,
Impressive.
but it's lovely because you're going out there in the face of diversity, aren't you?
Mm.
And so
How many songs do you get to do? How many songs
we
do
do
you
half
play?
an hour actually.
Oh right, so it's quite
Sometimes we do the whole sort of first half of the show,
Yeah.
and sometimes we just only have time for 4 or 5 or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
But he really is a gentleman. If any of you can get to the Indigo 2,
Yeah.
October 31st, Halloween,
He
then
can
we will see
still
you there.
absolutely belt out those high notes. I mean, he's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
fantastic.
a tiny guy, you know.
I thought he was about 6 foot.
I
two.
imagined like a Barry White kind of figure.
Yeah.
They should call him Billy Puddle.
Has he got? So that is.
We actually said if he was from Essex, he actually would have been called William on Sea. that would have been that's his Essex name.
It just makes him sound like he's got some sort of incontinence problem.
I know,
That's
he's a terrific guy, and so are all his band, and he puts on an amazing show.
Mm. And how old is he now? Is he in his 60s?
He's
or
got to
not?
be, yeah.
He is probably, isn't he?
Yeah.
He still looks the same.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't look the same as he did in the 80s. He's got
But he's
really
non-dreads.
non-grey
But
dreads.
his face facially doesn't
But
look any
facially,
different.
yeah. He's
No.
just
Great.
gorgeous. He's
Yeah.
lovely.
We like Billy Ocean. Now, the album, Womanville, is out on the 14th of October, so tell us about...
Yeah, it's out now.
Tell us about the sounds and who's played on the album, and where you got the tracks on, why you picked these tracks. Because you've got two originals on there, is that
Three.
true?
Three originals on
And
there.
we're going to be playing the second one in
Yep.
a while, which is, again, another one that...
Yes. Yeah. We were told by one of the major record labels never to write our own stuff,
Mm,
and so we immediately left, and Gina wrote a song.
yeah,
Because that's what
That's
happens
how
when you
contrary
tell
we
a woman not to do something.
yes.
Go, right, we're going to do exactly that.
Mm,
Yeah, the song list is quite rocky actually,
yeah,
but the way that we do them isn't. It's sort of, we like to call it womanising songs. And they're songs that we loved to sing, and they're sort of party songs,
yeah.
except we have taken some and we've moved them quite far away from the original, like the Oasis. We do Don't Look Back in Anger
Mm,
As a love song.
yeah.
as a love
It's a
song,
ballad.
which we've always said if they were women, they would have been the Oasis sisters, and it may have sounded like that.
Yeah,
So it's a real sort of mix, isn't it? Of there's no sort of running theme, other than I think most of the songs were originally recorded by men.
yeah.
So we've done our sort of take on it, and the album was produced by a fantastic musician and singer himself called Julian Littman,
Mm-hmm.
and he's been really instrumental in it, our sound, and helping us
Yeah.
create it.
He plays, he's got a recording studio, he plays all the instruments
Yeah.
on it.
He plays everything,
He
doesn't
plays
he?
everything, and he's really helped us. And we do all our vocal arranging, we all sort of slot into place with our vocal arranging, but he, if we say, oh, we want to do Don't Look Back in Anger, but we want to do it as a love song, and he'll go, you mean something like this? And we'll go, yes, that's amazing.
He's
So
brilliant,
he
yeah.
just it's a brilliant musical
He's just
fit
a
with
musical
him.
guy.
Yeah.
It was very easy to select the songs, to be honest.
Now, do you think you might get over to play over in America?
Oh, I hope so.
Because I can really see the
We
Yeah,
would
I'm
love
not
to.
first to
And
say that.
an island.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ireland's a good place.
I have to let Emma speak. I always speak too much. Just direct the conversation to Emma, and I've also found out that I say sort of a lot, which I didn't know. Sort of. So I'm gonna have to do a pound box every time I say sort of. I'll
She's
drop a
already
pound
slated you about the plastic bag. I just...
We'll put it over her head. There's an idea.
box. Sort of.
That wouldn't shut her up.
She's not singing harmony today. So you obviously play guitar and violin as well, and you actually play them when you do the live sets as
Yeah.
well. When did you record the bit that's on your web page, which is the stage? Was that actually before you were doing a concert, or was that just kind of
That was.
a promo? 'Cause
Do you
it's-
mean the TV
Yeah,
stuff? That
yeah.
was at the Isle of Wight Festival
Oh right.
last year, wasn't it? Yeah. We were very lucky
Trackers
because it was.
talk. We opened the Isle of Wight Festival last year, and that was the footage
Oh,
from that.
right,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, the album, as I said, it's out now. All the W's, womantheband.com is the website where you can go and find
Yeah.
out. Which is Twitter?
At Woman the Band.
Yes. And Gina is not here today,
No.
but she is. If you have a look on the video, she's there.
She's
She
quite
does
pretty.
exist.
Yeah, she's quite
She's
pretty
the
and quite
pretty one.
talented.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as talented as you two, obviously.
Clearly.
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 Clearly,
Couldn't
and not
get it.
punctual. Not as reliable either.
Just locked her in the car. So we're going
Part-timer.
to play this track to finish the interview. Thanks so much for taking the time out to come in today. Next time you come in, you can sing live because you've got.
Oh yeah, we
tremendous
will.
voices,
There's enough
so we
space
love-
in
Oh,
here.
we'd love it.
Yeah.
It's amazing to be in the Beverly Hills end of the world. It's like the English Beverly Hills here, isn't it?
Well, don't judge me and Bob on that. You see, but me and Bob are not really. We wouldn't say we're the typical.
Well, I was a little concerned that I put on too much makeup, and I thought, hey, I'm in Brentwood. I mean, really? I'm going to look like I fit in?
Have you gone down the high street yet? So if you come here on a Friday night and you sort of just drive down the car, it's the site.
Is it like the Oscars?
It is, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it, let's do it.
Lashes and the hair and the makeup and.
We'd like to play live here, actually. So,
love to hear you play live.
so whenever there's an opening.
Yeah, and then Bob's
Excellent.
there with his camera, aren't you, Bob?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Don't
Oh, yeah.
say it like that. You sounded really creepy in the background.
I'm really creepy.
Yeah, he is. That's Bob Simpson. Join him on Thursdays. Right, thank you very much to the girls. And we're
Thanks
going to
for
finish
having
on
us.
this song, and it's called.
Woman of the World.
And tell us a little bit about it, because it's an original again.
It is an original again. This was one of the first ones that we recorded and we actually thought we wanted on the album. This is basically, it says it in the lyrics, we're a woman of the world, but inside we're just a girl.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Give you a wave back. And that's Maz and Emma, and then the poor Gina is at home somewhere,
Or in the boot.
or in the boot of the car. Right, here we go.
Sort of.